last week in the end of the parsha, we'd read as Eliezer returns Rivka, Yitzchak l'such basodeh. Yitzchak went l'such basodeh. So Gemara tells us Yitzchak tikein tfilas mincha, ain't sicha letfila. Sich means he went to speak, went to stroll. You could say to stroll in the field. Vayisa eno vayar v'nei gemalim boim. He raises his eyes and sees camels coming. This was Eliezer with Rivka. Seems to be difficult. Why does the Torah have to tell us he saw camels coming? Rivka came with Eliezer and he took her. Why is it important for the Torah to tell us the prelude to her coming? He had seen from a distance camels coming. The Rechaim HaKodesh in this week's parsha goes to explain if Rivka was a tzadekis, you're able to ask a question. If her womb was such a holy womb, how did she bear such an evil child? Esav, Edom, Esav son of Yaakov. Maybe Chas v'Sholom, it reflects something on Rivka. Maybe she's not as pure as we think she is. So he goes to explain, that's what the Torah goes to explain who she is. She's Bas Besula Arami, Mipad Darom, Achos Lovon Harami. Since the Gemara tells us that Rov Bonim Acher Achreim, the majority of children, they assume the characteristics of the brothers of the mother. So therefore, Esav is not attributed to Rivka whatsoever. She's pure, absolutely pure. She's a tzadekis. That Esav came about is because she's Achos Lovon. Because Lovon was evil, so therefore Esav is a reflection of the evil of Lovon. But in terms of who she was pure. And the Rechaim HaKodesh explains that in truth, it wasn't so simple for him to marry Rivka initially. Because since of this fact, that the majority of the brothers, they reflect the characteristics, the children of the brothers, maybe he shouldn't marry her. But again, either because it was preordained through divine instruction, she should marry him, or he had no choice. There was nobody else more fit to be the future matriarch of Klal Yisrael other than Rivka. That's who he married her. There's a Rameir Simcha Mishchalchim says, we find that in Parshas Vayishlach, Yaakov sends to Esav that he says, Hoyli shor v'chamor. I have an ox and I have a donkey. Means, Rashi says, means ox and donkeys. Ve'echar ra'ato. So Rameir Simcha asks, why doesn't it say he had gemalim? Later we see when he sent the gift to Esav, there were camels intermingled in the gift, large amounts of camels. So why when he sends to Esav, Evid v'shivcha, slaves, male, female, but he doesn't mention camels? So he goes to explain that when he had said, I have shor v'chamor, we know that to be a kosher species, you have to have two signs: chew its cud, its split hooves. A chamor, a donkey, has neither. It's clear, discernible. The kosher species, the unkosher species. Gomel has one kosher sign: chews its cud. So what he was saying to Esav, he says, I have nothing to fear, regardless as much as you despise me, because I was able to purge myself of any impurity. The shor and the chamor are totally separated. There's no evil intermingled into me. Therefore, because of who I am, I have nothing to be concerned about. Later, the gift, he sent gemalim. So therefore, the shor represents that it's pure, nothing negative. So therefore, could be Vayisei v'yaras ha'gemalim bo'am yirochuk. He saw the gemalim. What was the gomel? The gomel was the camel. It's the intermingling of good and evil. Meaning this is Rivka's coming. He understood that there was a strong possibility that ultimately she would bear a child who's going to be the antithesis of spirituality. He didn't know what the outcome was going to be. Because just as we're saying, because since it has a representation of the kosher species, but yet it does not have split hooves, this was his concern, and ultimately it did manifest itself as such.